So Russ, thanks for contacting us. Why don't you show me around back here?
So this is it. This is our house, and I've raised my kids here. We've been here 12 plus years, and plant by plant, we started to kind of rebuild.
I mean, did you do all this by yourself? Just popped them in along the way?
We did. This is where we started.
So fun.
We're kind of right in the middle of Aventura, which is a busy area, but we started planting for privacy to try to give it a tropical feel and really just to create our own little oasis in the city.
I mean, I think you've achieved the tropical feel. It's so beautiful and lush. I would never know that there's a road right there on the other side.
Literally right behind us.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you, but we're in Miami, and Miami is beautiful. Miami is tropical.
Right.
And Miami is hurricane country.
Yep. Hurricanes are prevalent down here.
Yeah, and we've been hit by a couple. We were lucky. Our house structure was pretty good.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors weren't that lucky, but the plants and the greenery just took a beating.
Yeah.
And so we've been little by little trying to bring it back, but we've had an area that we need to call in the cavalry.
All right.
It just hasn't come back since the storms. It's the waterfront, and we're hoping you guys can come to the rescue and help us fix it.
Let's go take a look at it.
Alrighty, Jen, so let me show you the area that needs a little love and care, a little help.
Nice Tiki Hut.
Thank you. We're Florida natives, and you can't do Florida without a Jimmy Buffett style tiki.
Yeah,
so we've got our Tiki Hut, our garden, and this is the area that we really wanted to focus on and bring some attention to. We love to grow fruits. We grow avocados, mangoes, lemons, bananas, but after the storms, they took a dive. We all love to cook. We cook our own food. I mean, if the zombie apocalypse comes, we're ready with all the fruit trees we've got.
You're so lucky you get to grow all those in this climate.
We love it and want to find a way to resurrect it, so we're hoping you've got a plan, something to save them.
All right, so just looking at it, I think we just need to clean it up, maybe amend the areas and just reconfigure where everything goes and add a few of your favorite fruit trees. But I am not a fruit tree specialist, so a friend of mine who's local to the area, he's gonna show us our options.
Awesome, help us.
All right, it's gonna be good. All right, Russ, this is my friend Dustin I was telling you about.
How you doing,
Dustin,
brother?
good to meet you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
He's a fruit tree specialist.
Coming to the rescue.
So
awesome.
Let's look at the space.
Okay, take a
I mean,
look.
it's kind of tight, but give me your assessment of what you think.
Well, taking a look here, I like the idea of putting fruit trees. We love fruit trees. I'm looking at the whole scenario here. We've got these coconut trees above. We've got to be cognizant of the coconuts falling. They'll destroy a newly planted tree or an established fruit tree. Nothing's going to withstand that. So that's something you're going to have to maintain and keep trimmed back, the coconuts and the palm fronds. I've also see this ficus hedge that's beginning to encroach on your side. We're going to want to keep that back to keep away pests.
Would you be up for consolidating and transplanting, moving the bananas around?
I am up for anything that's going to fix this garden. So
yeah, definitely. I think
make
that's something we can definitely work on and probably move these bananas into different areas and maybe add some even different types of bananas and plantains in here that might even be more suitable for this environment.
All right, so what kind of soil conditions are we looking for? Like what are the feet of the citrus and bananas like?
So the bananas are definitely gonna like an organic matter. They're gonna like a lot of water. They're very tropical. They're gonna look great here with your whole tropical scene that you've got. The citrus trees, they also like their water and they like their organic soil, but they also wanna dry out in between the watering. You don't wanna let them sit in water. And most fruit trees in general are gonna be that way. They wanna get water, but they wanna dry out. So what we need to do next is check out your soil and see what kind of conditions we have.
Awesome, let's start digging.
All right, let's take a look. We've got a little bit of extra rock. See some good material. Looks like it's gonna be a fast draining soil. It's got some good sandiness to it. So it looks like we had some good drainage with this, which is actually really good for the fruit trees. This is what we were looking for. Looks like it holds together and then falls apart.
All right, the soil looks good. So what are the next steps here?
I think the next steps are, let's bring a few of the trees that I think will work back here.
Good idea. All right, so these are the fruit trees that he's bought. These are the bananas. And then this one's a key lime.
Yeah, this is the key lime. This is a Florida favorite. I mean, you can't beat the key lime tree.
Look at all of these are gonna be little limes, all these prolific blooms that's gonna continuously bloom throughout the season. Can we talk about citrus and oranges and greening for a second? Like, How's that situation right now?
Yeah, well, the situation's slightly bleak in Florida right now.
Yeah.
You said you may have had something here before?
Yeah, we tried to grow oranges and they wound up kind of looking like mutant tangerines.
Yeah. You could have had a little bit of HLB, that citrus greening, which the sweet oranges, they are definitely more susceptible to the citrus greening, and it's something we need to be careful about. However,
what's the HLB stand for?
Huang Long Bing, it's a disease that really affects it. The fruit stays green and never really ripens, and then eventually just falls off the tree.
And this one will hold up better.
These are definitely more resistant, and I'm gonna tell you, you got another advantage going here, is you're right next to the water and you've got that ocean breeze keeping those pests and blowing them out, and I've had a lot of great success going with the key limes right next to the water. But I mean, come on, look, you got the boat, you got the Tiki Hut, how are you not gonna have a key lime?
And they
Pull up
smell
to
great.
the Jimmy Buffett Tiki Hut will be ready for you.
And then right here, right behind you, Russ, I've got this guy here. This is the Kerry starfruit. I love these starfruit. This is a dwarf variety of the starfruit, or some people know it as the carambola. Carambola do wonderful in the filtered light. They like protection from the wind, and you kind of got this scenario going here. So this thing is going to give you fruit multiple times a year. It's a kid's favorite. It fruits right away. These are grafted. The fruit's super sweet.
Beautiful flowers.
Yeah, beautiful pink flowers, brings the bees in. It's just super tropical. I use them a lot of these like Hawaiian looking themed tropical fruit forests. They just really go well, you know?
This is gonna be a kid pleaser for sure.
Oh, my kids will love it.
Yeah, they're gonna love it. And then lastly here, I've got this Meer lemon, which is my personal favorite lemon. It's a dwarf Meer lemon. This one here, we're actually gonna put in a container. They tend to do a little bit better in the containers.
Yeah.
And it'll keep some of those nematode away if there's any here, may or may not be. But let me tell you, the quality of lemon on this is
It's a sweeter lemon, right?
It's a little bit sweeter. And
Nice.
tell you
Look at
what,
those beauties.
yeah, they're excellent on fish. It's excellent in your sweet tea, and it makes a killer lemonade. You
Right.
can't beat it.
And by having it in the pot, you're gonna be able to move it from room to room, whatever space you want for an evening,
when
right?
that fills up with
And
the
chase the
golden
light.
lemons,
Yes.
oh man, it's so great. You just love it.
You just have to be on watering duty.
Yeah.
Or put drip irrigation in it, right?
Yeah, that's what 15-year-old son's there for.
Yeah, just be cautious when you go out of
Maybe.
town.
That
One
might-
day without water, you know, you could ruin the tree. So it's definitely gonna need to be watered daily.
Fantastic. I love it. So cool.
So why don't we start with cleaning up the beds first, transplanting the existing bananas, and finding new homes for these guys.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna prep it. We're gonna clear the area. Give us our task.
All right, cool. So there's some bananas we're gonna save, some bananas we're gonna get rid of, most bananas we're gonna get rid of. We don't need a lot of bananas. We can start a banana farm with one banana tree. So this is one. Russ, I'll get you started on this. Just clear that rock away, and then we'll get that root out. You can get started over there on that other one we're gonna save.
This guy. Yep.
Yeah, we'll save this one, and we'll save that last one, and the rest, they can just about go.
Okay.
All right, so let's get going. There you go, just pop that one out. There you go, you got a nice bare
Look at
root
that.
right there. That'll be a good candidate to save.
All
Let's
right.
put this one in the save pile.
Save file.
This is already past its prime, so I'm gonna knock this one out a little easier with the pick. Now, if we don't get this root out, it'll regrow, so.
Because they're all rhizomes, right?
Yeah, this will definitely grow a banana tree.
Just pruning up all the overhang to let more sunlight in. So we're gonna place the plants. Didn't want it to fall.
Now,
Perfect. So this is one of the key limes. I think bananas are going here,
I like it.
and then lime over there.
that sounds awesome.
So the banana family, 2 and 2?
Yeah.
Got it.
I love it. I love it. Very cool.
All right, so any tips for the Florida planting?
What I would do in this bed, in this situation, we want to save the rock. So we'll put the tree to the side and we'll shave that rock, and then you can put that dirt into the container. And the good thing about that is when that container's filled up, you know you're ready to plant that tree.
I'd say that's pretty on the money.
Yeah. All right, let me give you a little top coat dressing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give you some tips on maybe keeping them a little nicer. This banana tree tends to grow like a little messier. Do you see the yellowing leaf? We call it like, this prevents all this. And it's already at a point where it's a little late, it's hard to trim. But if you get it before, you can do what's kind of called a honeycombing. If you do this from now on to all your trees, it's gonna keep it much cleaner.
All right, Dustin, so we have one tree left, Meer lemon. Up north, the only option we have is to put it in a pot and you move it around the deck and it's great. But down south, do people do that?
You know,
here?
a lot of people, they go for the Mediterranean look. They'll do figs, olives, and Meer lemons in pots along the patios and pools.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've done several projects like that. It's really beautiful. The Meer lemons are super prolific inside containers. They do wonderful. The main thing is good watering, good fertilizer, and potting it up with a good quality soil. Basically, we're only gonna need like an inch or two of soil.
Yep.
Because we don't want it too high, because when we water, then you're gonna be exposing the root system, and that's not gonna be good. And we want it too low because it just won't look right. So what we'll do is we'll just add like, let's say a few inches of dirt. We'll do a little test. We'll see how it sits. If it looks good, we'll throw a little bit of the granular on the bottom, a couple handfuls, and then we'll backfill it when there's about an inch left. We'll throw another handful on the top for those upper root system, and then we'll backfill that. And I like to pack it in there, nice and tight. You want
no
that,
air pockets.
Yeah, you want that tree in there really well.
No slumping. Beautiful. All right, maybe we should place it by the tiki bar and see if Russ likes it.
I think so.
Wow, loving the lemon tree, guys. Thank you. Looks amazing.
Awesome.
Beers for everybody, hopefully.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next time
Fantastic.
we'll be doing this with some of our limes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great call. But until then, you have to do your homework, right? Watering is the most important now. So every day for the first 2 weeks, and then taper it down to you're doing once a week by week 6.
Other than that, in order to keep them looking good like they do, you need to keep a little neem oil on them. That's the organic way. In particular, pay close attention to when your trees are growing new growth, because that's what those little pesky critters are gonna want to attack.
And it's safe for our dogs.
Totally safe.
Beautiful. I can't wait to start enjoying this amazing garden. It's back.
Well, thank you.
I mean, it's a big transformation, not a lot of work, and I say cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thank you for having us in Miami.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.